score, and just nice, even though the goals were all kind of wonky or strange, you can't really take the excuse of puck luck and that kind of thing. What would you have liked to have seen better at the net front, or anything different? Or what do you think of that statement? Was it maybe just a puck luck situation?
But they go to the third circle.
Yeah.
The first one, we're loose on coverage. I mean, the guy passes behind the goal line, standing right next to him, and he gets a stick on and scores. The second one, we block it, and then we lose coverage around the block puck. And the third one is just, it's inexcusable, like we actually had Gudis had it. If he just popped it forward, they had three guys caught. And then we're standing right next to the guy. Well, the guy's belly button's not gonna score the goal, his stick is. Like, these are like fundamental defensive responsibilities that you either make them or you don't.
Is that harder too, because you guys get a 2-goal lead?
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Like, it's a terrible.
And you haven't worked with that too often.
No, hey, both teams were sloppy. I guess if you ask both coaches after 2 periods how they thought the game was, they both say it was a messy game. Guys are falling down. We have a 4-on-2, a guy falls down. They get a 3-on-1, a guy falls down. I mean, it's just a sloppy game, and it was, there wasn't a lot of structure. I give them credit. They won a lot of one-on-one battles. We started to win some in the third, and Frankie comes off from the goal line and walks right to the net. Is that a penalty? I don't know. We got a grade A plus scoring chance that we don't even get a shot on it. And 2 minutes later, we give up a goal. So, yeah, it stings. That's a tough one.
Would you say that in the third period, the urgency was kind of like gone a little bit from the team?
From ours? No, I thought we scored the second goal, and they're a good team. They came back and they got 2 goals within 5 minutes, and then you could feel there was a little bit of nerves in the bench, but we had a TV timeout, and we said, let's just play. And I thought the rest of the game just went back and forth. There was no advantage one way or the other. So I think if you break the film down, I think we might have had more chances than they did after their second goal, but it doesn't matter. They got the one that mattered, which was the third one.
That's a sequence with Strome there. Obviously, they hit the fight with Scheifele, the 5-minute kill after that. Did you feel like that was a turning point in the game, or?
Yeah, I honestly thought when they didn't score on the 5-minute major that we were going to win. Like, you don't score on those. Usually it's just a bad omen. And even when it was 2-2, I thought we were going to win. I really did. Again, a power play got the goal. What do we have? 2 power plays?
Yeah.
And they had a 5 and 3-2. They got 11 minutes of penalties, for God's sakes,
Do you figure that the 5 in the game will be enough punishment, or is there any concern?
There's no way
that it could be
Strome
something?
tried to hit him, okay? You watch the replay. I even questioned it if it was a 5-minute, okay? So I guess there's an automatic 5 if the guys click their, knees together. But he goes in and he tries to hit him with a shoulder check. And I feel bad, because he's a heck of a player, right? Nobody wants to lose a star player like Connors. So he cuts around Lacombe, and then Strome tries to hit him with a shoulder, and they just click, knees. And there's no way he tried to hit him. When Kyle came over, I said, why is it a 5? There was no intent there. Like, he was literally, if you watch his shoulder, he turns the shoulder into Connors, and they hit knees. I feel bad for him. And there's no way Strome tried to hurt him.
Yeah,
no
it
way.
looked like there was any malicious intent. He's not known for that.
It reminded me a little bit of the hit when Barkov collided knees with Lacombe in the neutral zone. Similar hit. There was no movement. There was no leaning. So they make the decision, and based upon what they see, they reviewed it. So I trust they were, making an accurate decision. But there's no way Strome tried to hurt him.
In a game where your team gives up 4 goals, it might be hard to focus on the performance of the goaltender, but John Gibson had some big saves tonight. Could you talk a little bit about his performance?
He played great. I mean, we had a 5-minute major and then 3 minors, so you got 11 minutes of 5-on-4 play or 4-on-5, and he was good. He made some big saves on the kill, and it's unfortunate we didn't. Again, it's funny. I watched the graphic, and if we don't score more than 2 goals, we're doomed. We had 2 goals and we couldn't get a third one.
This is the second time in about a week that you had to kind of juggle the lines a little bit with someone out of the.
No, it's the third time.
Yeah.
Third time in a row that we've had might be the fourth time in a row, to tell you the truth, that we've had to move the lines around. It's the fourth time. So whatever, that happens, and you try and put the best players out there, and it's a shame because like Ross Johnson and McGinn don't get ice time because you just go with a third line rotation.
What do you do going forwards here? Because it's been a pretty bad streak.
It's terrible. You just gotta, like these, it's emotional now. You lose a game that you could have won, and you just gotta stay positive and pull out the positive things that we're doing, and you gotta turn it. It's gotta turn.
Trevor and Jamie skated with the team in practice yesterday. Do you anticipate them coming on the road trip with you guys?
I hope so. I hope so.
You talked about Max Jones was talking about guys gripping their sticks, overthinking things. That's just natural in a stretch like this. What do you do as a staff to kind of combat that and keep guys kind of even keel, I guess?
Well, let's face it. Like you got to grip your stick now. We're friggin', we've lost 10 or 11 games or whatever the hell it is, 11 or 12. Like, what do you got to lose now, right? Just play hockey. That's what I said. What's it matter? We're not. It's not the, the last week in April and we're fighting for the 4th playoff spot, right, or the 8th playoff spot. Like that's just a sign of mental weakness. Just play the game. Do your job. Win your puck battles. Do what you have to do to be successful. If you're gripping your stick, then that's in your head.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah.
Thanks.